So the first question that I would ask if I was hiring a doula is, why did you become a doula? What made them want to become a doula? Being a doula is very taxing mentally and physically, and it doesn't pay a lot. So usually if you want to become a doula, it's because it's a labor of love and you feel called to it. The second question I would ask is, what is your doula style? Some doulas are more energetic. They're more like sport coaches or like cheerleaders, and they're very vocal. Other doulas are more quiet, more observant. They hold space. Some doulas do massages, some are very hands-on. So you want to ask her what her style is, and this will also help you see if you guys match energetically. Talking with your doula should feel like you're talking to a really close friend that you're gonna go get some tea with, and talk. The third question I would ask is, what is your experience with birth and how many births have you attended? Although I don't think that this is as important as you're matching energetically. She could have attended 1 or 2 births, but you guys are really close, and that's more important. The fourth question I would ask is, where do you attend births? And also ask if there's anywhere that they wouldn't attend births. That's important because sometimes they might have bad experiences at certain hospitals or with certain providers, so you want to get that information. And you should also ask them if they've ever attended a birth wherever you're going to be giving birth, whether it's a birthing center or the hospital. The fifth question I would ask is, where do we meet for our prenatal visits? So sometimes they might have their office, or they might have you come over their house, or they might go over to your house. It's also good if they have like a birth questionnaire that they can give you prior to the prenatal visits so that you guys can already get acquainted that way. I have a sample questionnaire on my website. The sixth question I would ask is, what does your pricing include? How many prenatal visits does it include? How many postpartum visits does it include? And it should all be written out clearly in a contract. The seventh question I would ask is, what form of payment do you accept? And also, is there a payment plan or is there a sliding scale? The eighth question I would ask is, do they have a backup doula? Depending on how many births they take a month, some of the births can overlap. So it's important that they have a backup doula that they can call on just in case they're at somebody else's birth. The ninth question I would ask is, when do you become on call for my birth? So usually I become on call 2 weeks before your due date, but every doula is different. The 10th question you want to ask is, when do you actually come to my birth? When do I call you? And also, how long will they stay with you after the birth? And how much would they charge if you want them to stay longer? The most important thing is that you guys are comfortable with each other and you guys vibe.